I'd like to tell everyone it's great to be back. We missed you all last year. We'll start off with the 77th Jamestown Fair Parade. This year's fair theme is Making Memories, one fair at a time. Let's get everybody up and get, gentlemen, if you'll please remove your hats as the color guard and honor guard approach. We're going to ask them to stop out front here for a minute. They'll stop.
Detail, hold. Rifle squad, straight face. Order, arm.
I think we all know what today commemorates. Just give me a chance to get through this. I want to say that any words we could share today to commemorate this day would be completely inadequate to honor those innocent souls lost to the horrific attack on all Americans 20 years ago today. Our words could never truly honor the bravery of those first responders at the World Trade Center who charged inside without hesitation. Nor could our words express the gratitude we have for those that did not run, but stayed behind to help others escape the destruction at the Pentagon. Mere words will never help us understand the fear and the sheer terror that the crew and the passengers of Flight 93 experienced as they realized that they may need to sacrifice their own lives to save others. And then with just 2 words, they set their resolve into action. Let's roll. And our words cannot now or ever express how we shall forever honor our brave men and women of the military that volunteered to serve us all for the last 20 years and ensure our protection from terrorism here at home and around the world. Our words can never describe the shock and sense of helplessness, the anxious anger that most of us felt on that day. We will have a moment of silence here today, but that will do little to honor those we all lost and those that will continue to pay the price of their service for all their remaining days. But each of us could and should truly honor them by finding our own words in thoughts and prayers to share with each other and reflect and remember long after this day. As I said here 10 years ago today, lest we never forget. And now please, a moment of silence. Thank you. All right, let's have a parade.
Party, 10 hut. Ready.
Get your ears.
Aim. Fire. Ready. Aim. Fire. Ready. Aim. Fire. Ready. Aim. Fire. Detail, order, arm. Left face. Right shoulder arm. Forward march.
And our special thank you today to our own VFW Color Guard Post 5424, our VFW AMVET Honor Guard. The post was founded on the 18th of June in 1969, and this year had been awarded the All-American status for VFW Post. They earn congratulations for that. Following the cover guard today, we have a 1968 Honda 125 ridden by Kevin McElhaney. This was actually Kevin's brother's motorcycle, Roger McElhaney. And Roger was killed in action in Vietnam on July 16, 1969. He was 19 years old. He bought this motorcycle and had a chance, if I recall, to ride it to Florida. Next up, we have the Jamestown Girl Scouts. The area Girl Scouts represent girls in grades kindergarten through 12th, and they join us today to help your girls build courage, confidence, and character. Following the Girl Scouts today is Jamestown Troop 50 Boy Scouts of America, teaching young men life skills, outdoor skills, conservation, and leadership. These skills are learned and practiced through community service, merit badge classes, and the fair raffle booth, as well as their camping. Following Troop 50 today is Cub Scout Pack 53 of Jamestown, made up of kids from K through 5th grade. Today they are dressed up as the decades of fair, fun, and memories. New Scouts are always welcome. Find them at beascout.org. Next we have Unit C, or Unit Company C, the Pennsylvania Bucktails Volunteers, mustered into service in Meadville, Pennsylvania in September of 1862. Company C went on to serve in many of the major battles during the Civil War until its end in 1865. Today's reenactment group is family-oriented and participates in many reenactments, including movies and TV programs. Next, we have our mayor and her ambassador with her today, her granddaughter Kylie, Mayor Esther McClymans, being driven in a 1965.5 Mustang that she calls Miss Daisy, with Esther's son Brett driving today. Hi, Esther. Beautiful day to get your car out, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Following our mayor today is our parade Grand Marshal, Sharon Schrock. Sharon's driver today is Fred Just in a 2007 Mustang convertible he calls Sally. Sharon has been a fair volunteer for many years, first as a room helper in entry day, and then working with her husband Eli displaying quilts and wall hangings. They needed a chairperson for the baked goods department, and Sharon stepped up to take over. And now finally she is the chairperson of the needle skills department. Sharon says, "I love the Jamestown Fair because it's a reunion week. Seeing old friends, volunteering is so much fun." Following Sharon today is our fair board. Give them a hand, they put this all together for us. President Danny Dickey, Vice President Joe Newfer, Secretary Corinne Livingston-Morian, Treasurer Jean Keene, Assistant Treasurer Connie Durst, and Lori Leary. And our fair queen today, Maddie Shuri. Maddie, I'm sorry. I get one wrong or two every year. And their fair court following behind, Jillian McElhinney, Delaney Cowger, Rachel Cower, and Elizabeth Cammerdiner. Did I get it? See, I missed the easy when I got the hard one. All right. Next up, Debbie Williams in her 1977 Corvette. Came off the line in St. Louis, Missouri on June 29th, 1977. It's in original condition. It only has 18,000 miles, and Deb says the 8-track player still rocks. Maybe she'll turn it up for us. Following Debbie today is the senior class float of the class of 2022. Their class advisors, Chris Garvey and Kathy Britton. The senior class of 2022 would like to say thank you for all the happy memories that Fair Week brings. Next up,
be okay.
Next up, Federico Ballesteros. And his 1976 Mercedes 240D came directly assembled from Germany in 1975, and it's all original condition. Following Federico today, the Jamestown, or the Westford Flower Club.
Sorry for the confusion here, folks. I have a couple
Behind the Westford Flower Club today is the Spinette Twirling Club from Pontiac Lake. Spinette Twirling Club is a group that wants to carry on the tradition of baton, flag, and hoop twirling, ages 4 years and up. With free membership and lessons and uniforms and equipment provided by the director, Betty Murray. BJ was the 1973 Miss USTA Pennsylvania and a featured twirler at Slippery Rock College. She's been here with us at the Fair Parade for 54 years. Next up, we have the Pontiac, under the direction of Mr. Glenn Cameron. The Pontiac Area Senior High School Department of Music is proud to present the Pontiac Area Rock and Roll Marching Band. The band will be performing throughout the fall at numerous football games, bands, festivals, and local parades. This year's parade music includes selections from their 2021 field show, Rock and Roll is Here to Stay, including Jim Dandy, Hey Baby, Only You, Born to Hand Jive, and The Wanderer. Let's put our hands together for the Pontiac Area Rock and Roll Marching Band. They did a great job today. Next, following the Pontiac Area Rock and Roll Marching Band, is Gordon Auto Sales from Greenville, Pennsylvania. Locally owned and operated since its start in 1993, they have rides that fit all your needs. Knowledgeable and friendly staff strives to help each customer find their desired vehicle without the headache and hassle. Stop by and view one of our largest selections of vehicles in Mercer County at 62 Hadley Road in Greenville. And following Gordon's auto sales today, we have Daryl Dixon with his walking tractor. Daryl's from Sandy Lake, PA. This 6-horse David Bradley walking tractor was the last top-of-the-line model produced. I had one just like it. Next up, we have the sophomore class, Jamestown class of 2024. Welcome to the Sophomore Cinema, now featuring 77 years of memories. Please see Richard for tickets. I'm assuming that Richard must be the duck. He's got his black tie on, looking good. And following the sophomore class today is the Mercer County Republican Party. If you want to slow down the parade, just invite the politicians. Of course, they're out here to make contact, to say hello to all those that they represent. In Mercer County this year, the Mercer County Republican Party and our state senator Michelle Brooks. And Neil McEwen is a candidate for Mercer County Coroner, Mercer County Common Pleas Judge. Amber White, the Mercer County Treasurer, running for re-election. And Stephen Sherman, candidate for Mercer County Controller. Thank you.
There you go.
We always do get a little bit of candy, just what we need. It'll last me till Halloween, and then I go trick-or-treating and I get more. Well, I know one thing for sure. The kids sure do love the politicians. And following the Mercer County Republican Party today is the Jamestown Lions Club. We like to say that Jamestown motto is "We serve." The club has been active in Jamestown now for more than 70 years. And you can see us at the fair. The world famous Lions French fry stand, our Lions Cafe for dinner, and our Lions bullpen to find the beef and get your tickets for a shopping spree at Livingston's Quality Meats. What a motley crew. There's Kyle and Evan. Big face full of candy from Mike. These are all guys that I participate with. I'm a Lion and enjoy it. Look forward to everything that we do. Got a good showing today. More candy from Preacher John. My wife asked why they're not throwing it at her. They're just throwing it at me. They're trying to hit me, honey. That's the difference. Next up, we have the Fredonia Volunteer Fire Department tanker truck. And following the Fredonia Volunteer Fire Department is Bill Wingard in his Ford Model A. And on board today he has Isabel and Grace Wingard. Oh, that horn sounds a little sad. Maybe you have to get out and crank it a little bit harder. Following them today is Stacy Stafford, our Miss Next Level Inspiration Queen from New Jersey in a 1962 VW Bug. That bug horn works just fine. Following Miss Next Level Inspiration is Dave Melton on a 1952. Well, I apologize. It's a 48 Farmall H and a 52 John Deere 60. Owned by Dave and Gladys Melton from Jamestown, PA. And following the tractors, we have the Jamestown High School ladies volleyball team. If you see some ladies in their dresses, that's the queen and her court who actually participate on the team. They now represent the members of the 2021 Muskie volleyball team and their coaches. They encourage us all to come out and to the tank and watch the girls play some intense matches this year. And I know they won't be playing in those dresses. And here's the coach trying to keep up. Next up, the freshman class of 2025 and their float. The Ferris wheel represents a ride that is always at the fair. The French fries represent the Lions Club French fries. We like that. And the Polaroid camera capturing the fair memories. Next up, we have Ken Stafford in his 1958 Ford with the retractable hardtop. That's actually a Fairlane 500. And they're from Kinsman, Ohio. And then we have Butch Butterbaugh from Williamsfield, Ohio on his John Deere D, 1935 D. Beautiful looking tractor. As we say, you know, the parade only gets made by those that will bring their toys out to show us. We certainly appreciate that. Next up, Pymatuming Valley Laker Gold Pride Marching Band. This year playing selections from the Fab Four, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. Today they're performing Beatles classic Twist and Shout. Wow, that looks like a group that's going to compete for the winning spot today. Following the band today, we have Paxton's Restaurant with Kenny and Christy Brooks. Today they have on board Barb Homer, Ron Courtney, and Riley Brooks. That's a good-looking old truck. Looks like it's in original condition. And behind them today is Marcus Hunt Jr. on his 1938 Viking Model CF from Adamsville, PA. Another walking tractor. We have a pretty good display this year at the fair. If you haven't had a chance to come to the fair and see the antique tractor display, it's something that they've started to build up and get more of, and there's an example of what we have to show. Following Marcus today is Dave Calvin of Sharon with his Back the Blue and Support Our Police representation. And we should all do that. Back the Blue. And one of our all-time favorites, Tom Patton from right here in Jamestown. He's back again with his zero-turn big reel wheels. Built and driven by Tom, who I understand is now 88 years young. He's still building stuff and bringing it to the fair. It looks like fun. I'll tell you, he has a mechanical brain and the biggest laugh you'd ever want to hear. Following Tom today is the Zombie Geddon Paintball out of Fredonia. Started in 2017, the Zombie Geddon Paintball Hayride is a family-friendly fall event for all ages. Come take out the zombie horde before it's too late. Oh, I see some zombies on there. Check them out. Zombie Horde and the zombiefightnight.com. You'll find them there. Following them today is Bill Murin in a 1929 Ford Model A. Bill is from Greenville, PA, and today he has his wife Vonna with him and Carolyn Kidwell. A great looking coupe. Following them today is the committee to elect Bill McConnell, candidate for Mercer County Common Pleas Court. Bill is a U.S. Marine Corps veteran and the only candidate rated highly recommended by the Mercer County Bar Association. And now we have the Reynolds High School Marching Band under the direction of Michelle Caldwell. This small but mighty band proudly supports their 2020 D10 Single A champion football team and participates in local parades. In the past, they've traveled as far as West Virginia and New York City to participate in other parades. Wow, they look and sound great today, too. We appreciate them coming out. It's never a parade without a band or two or three. Next up, we have the West Salem Volunteer Fire Department. And following the West Salem Volunteer Fire Department is Smith & Son Farm from Jamestown, PA. Austin is driving the tractor today, and he is the 5th generation on his family farm. He enjoys crop farming with his dad, where they raise corn and soybeans. So the Smith family put their own float out today. Looks great.
have a number on that? 66. Thank you. Yeah.
Next up behind the Smith family farm today is the North Shenango Volunteer Fire Department and their Engine 70.
You're not coming through.
We're being recorded on video.
Need that sheet back. Following the North Shenango Volunteers today is the Phil Godfrey Ford, Greenville, Pennsylvania, and a 2001 Ford Bronco. I don't think that's a 2001. I think that's a 2021. Because that looks like the new one to me. Maybe. Looks like fun, whatever it is. I think that's my cousin Brad driving that. Well, I see it is. It's a small community here. Everybody knows somebody that's participating today. Next up is Broken Axe Tree Service out of Jamestown. Broken Axe Tree Service serving the Pymatuming area and surrounding community. Broken Axe Tree is proud to be a local small American business. Call for all your tree service needs or STEM emergencies. We treat our customers like family. We like to hear that. And following Broken Axe Tree Service today, we have the Jamestown Pharmacy and Delivery Service. Keep your dollars local and visit the Jamestown Pharmacy. You'll be pleasantly surprised with the area's lowest prescription prices and our great service, including delivery. We also have other services like free children's vitamins, free Carefill medication packaging, and free weekday delivery. Now you can't beat that. Also stop and check our great selection of elite, unique, and affordable giftware and a large selection of home medical equipment. Jamestown Pharmacy is proud to be in your neighborhood. And following them today is the Log Cabin Utility Grange. The Log Cabin Grange was started in February 2016 as a Unity Grange and has placed in the Jamestown Parade in 2019 and placed at other events before that. It's not often that you hear of a new Grange being formed. Next up, a 1972 GTO with a complete body restoration by Bob Fuzzy Reese from Greenville, Pennsylvania. And I'll tell you, he's got it looking good. Behind Bob today is a 1967 Pontiac Bonneville Convertible driven by Michelle Reese Petro, who came all the way from Columbus, Indiana today. Following that is a 1930 Model A Coupe driven by Ed Slizak. This car was built 25 years ago by his dad, John Slizak. So that's a home-built roadster. And following Ed today is a 1983 Mercedes 380 SL, driven by Roger Hodgsell from Burnett, Texas. So we got people here in the parade today that came all the way from Texas. You can't get any bigger than that. They say things are big in Texas, but I'm telling you, things are big right here in Jamestown, Pennsylvania. Next up is a 1965 Ford 5000, owned and driven by Matt King from Jamestown, PA. Following them today is Bill B. from Jamestown in his Corvette. And following the Corvette is a Camaro SS. And I'm not sure what year that is because I don't have the information. If I knew my Camaro's a little bit better, and that is a Camaro, not a Corvette, Camaro SS, I could tell you what year it is. It is a 67. I see that. A beautiful car. Following that Camaro today is a BF Avery and a 1970 wheel horse garden tractor driven by Austin Leslie of Jamestown. This garden tractor placed second at the garden tractor show this year. And following the wheel horse tractor is Shapila Farms, Jamestown, Pennsylvania. Growing vegetables and selling them locally here in Jamestown for many years. It's a veteran-owned and proud part of the amazing town of Jamestown. The farm has been making fair memories with you since 2007. Follow them on Facebook and share your best fair memories with them. And they'd like to thank everyone that has supported them through the years at Shapila Farms. Following Shapila Farms today, we have Willard Olibrand and the Greenville Diner, owned by Willard and Joss Davis. Come on down to the Greenville Diner for some home cooking. I have to say that my wife and I were there when they opened here recently and had a wonderful hamburger for lunch. We both enjoyed our meal very much. If you're in Greenville, look for the Greenville Diner. Following the Greenville Diner van today is a 1941 Farmall H, owned by Randy Mines of Kinsman, Ohio. This tractor has been in the family now for 3 generations. They've got it looking good, just like the day it was made. Following Randy on his Farmall H today is the Hempfield Volunteer Fire Department, the 2001 GMC tanker. Next up, we have Ross Massage Therapy out of Greenville, Pennsylvania. Linda Ross, located at 100 Hadley Road in the Greenville Plaza. Linda and Michelle Martin both started working as massage therapists in 2008. And they took second place this year. Oh, I'm sorry, second place at the commercial viewing at the fair in 2019. Following Linda today and Ross Massage Therapy is a 1987 GMC driven by Kurt Klink out of Transfer, Pennsylvania. Following Kurt and his GMC today is the Harvest Baptist Church on the Jamestown Road in Greenville, Pennsylvania. As we celebrate memories new and old, let's not forget the sacrifice of the innocent and bold. On this 20th anniversary of 9/11, the Harvest Baptist Church takes time to remember those innocents who lost their lives. We give thanks to those who boldly put their lives in harm's way, many for the ultimate sacrifice. We pray for the families affected even still today. It is our prayer that as we as a nation would again unite in the common goal of one nation under God. May God bless America. And we want to thank them for bringing that beautiful float out today. Following them is a 1929 Ford Model A owned by Jim Moats of Jamestown, PA. And as my dad would always say, it's the right color. Anything red, that's all my dad ever drove. Following them, the Model A today is the Fallowfield Volunteer Fire and Rescue in their Ford F-350 brush truck. Next up, we have the Linesville Volunteer Fire Department in their pumper, brush, and grass unit. Now that's a nice looking little brush unit. That obviously will go anywhere. And following Linesville VFW today, we have a 1954 Chevy pickup owned and driven by Ed Lillybridge of Adamsville, Pennsylvania. And that is a good looking truck. I love those flames. And following the Chevy pickup today is the Kinsman Volunteer Fire Department out of Kinsman, Ohio. Looks like their tanker truck or pumper tanker. Well, they've got that shined up and looking good today. I think maybe that will be a winner. Now we have a 1954 David Bradley, driven and owned by Andrew Livingston from Westford, Pennsylvania. Andrew loves to keep his work on his tractors. He has other ones I know, but this one's sure looking great today. Now there's something you're not going to see at very many places. That is truly something that needed to be saved for all of us to remember what a small tractor used to look like. It was better than a horse. Well, in some people's mind, it was better than a horse. Following Andrew today is Nick Saramuga with two of his Farmall H's one driven by Brian Hooks and one driven by Nick Saramuga, both from Jamestown, Pennsylvania. Nick is our local tractor wizard. If you need something fixed or can talk tractors or something you're looking for in anything, Nick is the guy to see. He lives in Westford. Check with any of the tractor people and they know how to get a hold of Nick. And finally, our chairman of the fair parade on her 1948 Farmall M, Karen Flaw from Jamestown. I'm giving Karen a hand because our PA system isn't working right now and no one really knows who's going by, but it is being recorded into the DVD, so.
You did get a seat for the horses? No, the separate one. Here it is. Okay. Yeah.
First up, we have Jessica May riding her 17-year-old Belgian, Doc. He's used for logging, hay rides, and gaming. Jessica enjoys riding her horses and playing softball. Tell them to slow down a little bit, would you? Hey guys, slow down. Slow down a little bit. Next up was Aubrey Andrew. Aubrey likes to attend local horse shows and fairs with her pony Jasper. She also likes to take him camping and on trail rides with family and friends. Next we have Barbara Grill on Chico. Paso Fino is being ridden by Barbara. Chico is a Paso Fino, the world's smoothest horse. We're riding today to honor the courageous firefighters and first responders and heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice on this day 20 years ago. Next was Shelby Bottles on Trooper. He's a 20-year-old Tennessee Walker and is Shelby's first horse. They ride mostly on the trails and in the woods, and this is their first parade. Then we had Jesselyn Gridzoff riding Willow, a 16-year-old quarter horse. And now we have Joe. Pony Joe won a grand champion gelding and halter class. He's also won ribbons in his driving class, and he loves coming to the fair. Joe looks great today. Next we have Luca, the 12-year-old horse of a different color. Both sides of him are different. Come see him at the Pony Barn. Luca won reserve champion in halter class and lots of firsts in other classes. We had a great time and see you at next year's fair. Next we have Gracie, an 18-year-old miniature mare jumping champion. Looks like she likes sulky. Paying tribute to the 13 soldiers who lost their lives in Afghanistan. So Gracie is decked out in the red, white, and blue today to honor those 13 soldiers that we most recently lost. Next we have Mr. Rock and Roll Buster, a 4-year-old gelding. He was 9 in 2019 champion halter class, 3rd place at the Jamestown Fair, and loves to jump and do games. Come visit me at the Mini Horse Barn, Mr. Rock and Roll says. Next is Sebastian, the Indian pony, ready to go to the powwow. The good-looking miniature horse. Look at him all decked out in his Indian garb. Next up, Nancy Yesko has 2 of her miniature horses here today. My Box of Chocolates and My Bottle of Scotch. 2 of my favorites. Our horse habit is expensive, but all the bills that care for them, but they are so worth it. Today they're driven by Nancy Yesko and Vicki Metz. They spent the week at the fair and participated in driving classes and the absolute course. They just love pleasure driving, and thanks to the beautiful Jamestown Fair. Next up is Wall-E, a 3-year-old miniature mule. Yeah, I like Wall-E. Today we chose to remember all those lost and affected by 9/11. Wally's got his flag on with the twin towers on the side there. People have gone out of their way to make today special. And next, we have a little circus group. Brenda Gruber, 13, the ringmaster with Circus Miniature Horse Chief. And Jolly Clown is Renee Schilling with Circus Miniature Horse Banjo. Adorable Troop is from Greenville. They look like they're having fun. And there's the end of the parade. We always know when the end comes, the scooper is here. Thank you, everyone. We enjoyed it this year. We'll look forward to next year. And hopefully everyone will take time to remember today and what it stands for. Thank you.
Salt.